All right, well, I want to tell everyone about the really exciting news for PlayIQ for PGA coaches. Today's video is going to be all about updates that we've made that are exclusive for PGA coaches, PGA golf professionals, PGA directors of instruction, with some very new and exciting features to help you promote your golf instruction to your students, to get more business out of them from your existing basis students, and also to provide new and advanced cutting-edge diagnostic tools for golf professionals to be used in your coaching with your students as well. So very excited about these new set of features, and the lessons are off the charts. I'm so excited to show you kind of like a before and after comparison what they look like. I think the PlayIQ lesson before is great, and for our consumers, I want to assure you that nothing has changed. The core PlayIQ lessons are still out there and are still working great as always. But for our PGA coaches, we've significantly increased the complexity and technicality of the output of the golf instruction so that you can have even more information that you can review in your diagnostics of your students and enhance your coaching. So let's go ahead and log in here, and I'm excited to tell you all about this. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And so the first set of enhancements for PGA coaches is the capability to text message your students. And with the text messaging capabilities, we've done it multiple ways, where you can, send a single text message to a student. So you just put in your area code and the message that you want to send. Or two, if you want to do a text message campaign to a CSV file. So let's say you have a CSV file that looks something like this, where you have, we'd want you to have the file that would basically have 3 columns. It would be first name, spelled just like this, capital F and capital N combined with no space. The second column would be last name with a capital L and a capital N, again combined with no space. And the third column would be phone number, capital P and capital M, N combined with no space, with the area code and the phone number. If you have a 1 before the area code, that's perfectly okay as well. And you can have a very large file. This file, for example, is actually an Excel file. The system right now just takes a CSV file, but that's very simple to do. So all you do to make a CSV file is in Excel, you just go to File, Save As. Here's the file, and you just click on this drop-down menu in File Format. And instead of Excel Workbook, what you're going to look for is you're going to look for this option right here, comma separated values.csv, and you would save it. There might be this message about possible data loss, and that's perfectly okay. It's just something that pops up in Excel. And so if you were to go ahead and send that message, you would just hit this Browse Files option and grab your CSV file right here. So for me, I saved it in my PlayIQ folder. I'd hit Upload. The file will upload, and then like literally all you would need to do is type in your message here from your instructional business name, the name you want to appear as the sender in the SMS, and your message. So let's say if we want to send a message to a single to a database, and we've actually already tested this on a database as large as 9,600 phone numbers, and it works great. So what you would do is you would say, maybe your golf business is called World Golf Academy, and then enter the name you want to appear as the sender in the SMS messages. So let's say Ben. And literally all you would need to do here is then type in your message, say, I wanted to tell you about new adult group golf lesson starting in 2 weeks. Please call and you could even, if you want to put in a website, let's say my website is worldgolfacademy.com. and that hyperlink will be right in the text message, so a student could actually click on it and sign up. And literally what would happen then is if you'd hit the send text campaign, it will go ahead and send the messages, and boom, the message has been sent. You'd get this message here. We have the system set up to send it in batches of 185 right now. Essentially what will happen is the first set of messages will go to 185 phone numbers. The system will wait 1 minute, and then the next 185 will go. So for instance, on our test of 9,600 phone numbers, it all went out in less than an hour. And so that's essentially the way that works. Or if you want to go ahead and send a single text message, you can do that as well, and just put in the phone number and area code, and again you can put 1 before it if you want, and hit the send text message button. So that is in there, which is great. We've also put in a new feature. If you accidentally create duplicate student records, you can go ahead and consolidate those. Right now I don't believe we have any duplicated student records. Okay, there's a few here, so these would be something that we could actually go ahead and consolidate and say I want to consolidate maybe this record right here. I can select that and it would consolidate the student records. In this case, I've actually already consolidated all these, so this would actually allow me to undo it as well. But that's essentially more of a minor feature. The next set of features that I'm super excited about is when we go into the AI lessons, we have the capability now to allow PGA coaches to do multiple things. One, so I've logged in actually as an instructor in the instructor product. If I was to sign in here, PGA coaches will see some very unique new capabilities here. One, the ability to tailor the lesson to specific areas of the golf instruction. So if you wanted to focus on, let's say, just maybe posture, grip, maybe alignment, you can do that. And if you don't want any other content from the lesson to come out, this will actually restrict the AI lesson to just those areas. Or maybe you want to focus on, say, weight shift and maybe swing path and shaft plane. You can do that as well. Or if you want to actually customize it, there's also an other option, and you can hit other, and then you can actually type in what areas of the lesson that you want to just focus on. So that's, I think, really helpful too, just because if you want to not necessarily have too much information coming all at once in your coaching and focus on a progression with your students, you can do that. Additionally, we've had some great feedback by coaches about physical limitations. So you can also now put in physical limitations that the student has, and that information will go to the AI. And then thirdly, we have the capability for coaches notes. So if you want to actually have notes here that go to PlayIQ to allow the AI to know exactly what you're trying to focus on in your instruction with the student, you can type that here. But then the fourth area that I'm very excited about, and I'm going to show you before and after on the impact of this, is the ability to bring in biomechanics into the PlayIQ lesson for coaches. Again, this is specific only for coaches. Golfers who are subscribing to PlayIQ under one of the consumer products, the bronze, silver, gold package, or the single lesson package, will not have access to this functionality. And it's intentional because the output of the lessons with the biomechanics capability is very technical, and quite frankly, I think only a PGA golf professional is best qualified to discern and communicate this information. So if you're a PGA coach, there is this drop down here, and you could now tailor the golf lesson to where you believe the golfer should best play from in a core region. And the three options are upper, middle, or lower core. Or if you don't want to tailor your instruction to a core region, you can also select that as well. So those are the main improvements into the AI lesson. And let me show you now what this actually looks like. So I'm going to actually pull up two lessons here. Let's start with this lesson that was done on December 1st. And this was before the biomechanics capability came in. And as you can see here, it's a good lesson. This is the core PlayIQ product for consumers. So it is definitely a good lesson, and it provides nice information here about a detailed summary, the critical factors table, lesson analysis and recommendations, the compare performance analysis, your targeted areas for improvement and practice routine, information from your past lesson went to the AI, and then the images, which these were the images that went into it. So this was nothing wrong with this. This is a very good lesson. The right lesson, however, was after we implemented the update to have the biomechanics of where does this golfer best play from. And this is on myself, so and this is the exact same video. So if I, again, like you can see here, this is the lesson images from the before the biomechanics capability came in, and then this is after. And again, you can see same swing, same shot. But the lesson's quite different. And so I categorize myself as a lower core player. I prefer to have my weight centered kind of right in the center of my arches on my feet. I like to swing the golf club very strongly with my pelvis. That's actually a little bit unique for men. Not a lot of men are lower core. Most are middle or upper core. But for myself, that's actually the way I play best. With that information, I've essentially engineered the AI to take a lot of information about the different types of playing profiles of golfers and how can they best play from these different types of positions. And so you can see in my lesson now that I've categorized myself as a lower core player, the system is giving me quite a bit of interesting information here. It identified in analyzing the images that I do have balance over the center of the arches. I have a strong grip with deeper placement in my fingers. There are areas that I need to improve to maintain equal spine angle and thigh angles at setup. The backswing reveals robust initiation from the upper core, which is the way I'm starting to take the golf club away, which is fine. But I need to minimize excessive hip turn and ensure the lead knee points towards the ball. There's some considerable separation between the upper and lower body, maintaining a stable center of mass over the trail hip. You can see here, like the golfer's shoulder plane settles nearly level, similar to a renowned lower core player such as Dustin Johnson. But I'm not Dustin Johnson. I don't have the hip rotation he does. But hey, we can try. And so you can see one other thing that I think is very interesting is here, it identified that the trail elbow's position should be inside the trail hip to improve my power. And actually, if you look down at the images here, if I get right to this one image, right there, this image on the right, let me pull this down here so it's a little bit easier to see. You can see even at impact, my elbow is not ahead of my trail hip at the impact position, and even as I'm approaching impact. This right elbow is seated outside the trail hip, being right here. It should be more closer to my belly button, to be honest with you. So that angle right here is definitely causing a lot of effort that is probably not optimizing power, and I could get more effortless power if I had that elbow seated more inside that trail hip. So for the AI to pick up on that, I thought was outstanding. And looking at the images, to me, it's dead on. So I'm very excited about that. So you can see here, it continues on the swing's execution. At impact shows substantial hip clearance. And I can kind of scroll up here, and I want to kind of bring back the comparison of the two lessons here, kind of go side by side so you can see it here. And so like you can see the critical factors table, it picked up that these things were A little bit different than the other lesson, but all I would say is correct. And then you can see here, focus on ensuring the spine angle and thigh angles match, aiming for an angle between 140 to 148 degrees. Again, very technical measurements here, something that I would say the average consumer would never be able to discern, but our expert golf professionals definitely, I think this information can help enhance and elevate their teaching capabilities even further. And you can see it again, each of the indications at the different points of the swing. It found that the trail elbow requires seating inside the trail hip, which is absolutely correct. And if we kind of look at the comparative performance analysis, peers often exhibit more dynamic shoulder separation during downswing and initiation, contributing to precision in shot making. Enhancing hip rotation can lead to better power transfer and shot accuracy, aligning closely with competitive players. And like at impact too, that's a good question. This is a good point. So like, if I was to pull up a picture of Dustin Johnson at impact, you can see here my hips are probably cleared at about 40 to 45 degrees. On this video that when I took last week, and I actually only took one video, so for today's demonstration, I'm only running it through just one video. If I had a face on camera angle, it probably also showed a little bit better, but Dustin Johnson, he's probably at 95 to 100 degrees at impact, to be honest with you. His hip rotation is just totally, completely rotated. And again, I'm not him. I'm probably never going to get to that point. But it's an area that, for me, if I get that those hip rotated more and this trail elbow seated more inside the trail hip, I'm going to pick up yardage. So I think this is really great information. You can see like it's got this impact elbow drill. There's a shoulder tilt drill that was recommended, a posture angle drill, balance board. It's recommending equal spine and thigh angle consistency for me to work on. So I feel like the lesson that I got from this new capability, I'm super excited about. So just wanted to do this quick video to show this new capability and the before and after capabilities in PlayIQ. I've done some recent videos on Review Pro. I'm very excited about that offering too for PGA coaches, so you can actually improve your Google review scores for your coaching business. So lots of very exciting capabilities to enhance the product and differentiate the coach product from the consumer product, which I'm excited about. I think it can definitely help. The feedback that we've had from PGA coaches has been outstanding. We're starting to get more interest at the PGA section level around PlayIQ and how can this help PGA coaches grow their business. And the text messaging capability, what I've just shown, it's just a start. We want to actually go even further with different capabilities where we can automate those text message campaigns for PGA coaches, where AI will actually then analyze students' lessons and help design the optimal text message to send to each student. And I think the capability is to actually completely automate that, so you don't have to write the message, you don't have to hit the send button. And then additionally, launch monitor data I think is also going to be outstanding for PlayIQ as well. So my key takeaway from what I've seen here is the AI is only getting better as we're getting it more information, and it's giving even better lessons. So I'm excited to bring even more information such as launch monitor data and additional data about golfer performance into the system in the future, because I'm quite confident it's going to make the lessons even better. Thanks so much for your time. Really excited about this new update and look forward to all your feedback. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email at ben@playiq.ai. That's ben@playiq.ai. And for any PGA coach, I would love to speak with you one-on-one and get you set up with the system. I'm happy to do a free trial for any PGA coaches to get you engaged. We're starting to get some really great interest from PGA coaches, and we want to make your business grow through PlayIQ. Thanks so much. Have a great day.